So it's been a while. I actually still have one episode in the canon that has not released yet because there were some issues with it. And I'm trying to work it to where it'll actually work out. So
yeah,
hopefully that'll be up soon. But yeah, we're
stop
back on
flagging
track.
us, YouTube.
Yeah, and you know what? I got one the other day, and it was actually a manual flagging, which means somebody that worked for the copyright holder actually found it and did it. And that's when I'm like, okay, did we not all just read this article about fair use the other day?
Yeah.
You know, like, matter of fact, we might as well talk about that since you went there.
Right. Okay.
Let me pull
real
it up
quick.
here.
Yeah, I saw that. It's great for YouTube users.
All right. Was this the one, the dancing baby?
Yeah. Yep.
This is from Huffington Post, of course. This dancing baby could be big trouble for music companies. Let me just see if I can get this on the screen.
Wait. We don't own this. The Huffington Post does.
Yeah, it's not going to work anyways.
Fuck it.
Maybe it was this one. Yeah, no dice. Okay, well, fuck it. Because one thing you'll notice, folks, out there is if you watched any of our past episodes, there's videos and there's all that good stuff, but I'm tired of the fucking copyright claims, and although a lot of them you get away with, like this I could get away with for sure, but it's just like, why bother? You know, we'll just read it to you. I'll maybe throw some still images up every once in a while. Anyways, HuffingtonPost.com. This dancing baby could be big trouble for music companies. And this is basically all about the shit we've been talking about and hundreds of YouTubers talk about on a regular basis, because it's a real problem on YouTube, is, you know, copyright claims and shit, you know. And it's, you know, I'm a guy that I don't pirate music. I used to. Pirate the fuck out of some music, man. I was selling the 7 C's of fucking shit, BMG, UMG, all those different companies.
Yeah.
You know, like, but along the lines, I was like, you know what? These people work hard to make this music. If I can afford to buy it, I might as well.
Well, you see, if I like a band, I buy their CDs, and if I don't like a band, I don't listen to their music. So
simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand copyright and I understand why it's important, but it's also important if you're going to be an artist, if you're going to be anything that puts out some kind of media, like, you should be cool with people using it to criticize, scrutinize, praise, whatever.
Yep.
You know, and they shouldn't have to describe it. Like, they should be able to show the video and explain what they like about it, or play the song and explain what they like about it. Yeah, I understand, like, you don't want people going to their source to get your material. Well, if they're talking over it, if they're stopping it constantly and reviewing it along the way, what's somebody going to do? Like, download that and then piece it back together? You know, in some parts there'll be people talking over it and shit. No, nobody's going to do that. You're not losing any money. Like, Christ. But, so anyways, this is out of San Francisco. A federal appeals court Monday cleared the way for a trial in a copyright lawsuit over a YouTube video showing a baby dancing to the Prince song "Let's Go Crazy." It was filed by the lawsuit was filed by the baby's mother, Stephanie Lenz, after Universal Music sent a notice to YouTube demanding the video be taken down for violating the song's copyright. Now, I would almost say that this is a special case because it's Prince. Because anybody that hasn't heard, if you're a Kevin Smith fan, you probably heard this story. But just go on YouTube and search for Kevin Smith and Prince, and you'll get a story that just really explains why I believe that this was all Prince is doing. I think that if he hadn't said anything, I think he happened to come across the video somehow. And, you know, he lives in his own little world, so he's like, I should be getting money for this video that's gotten millions of views.
Yeah.
That's just the way fucking Prince is, you know? And so because I'd say Universal Music, they might have gone after it eventually, but I don't know, something like this, I see it really being a case of Prince just being a douche. But anyways, the 9th Century U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said copyright holders can't demand videos and other content that uses their material be taken down without determining whether they constitute fair use. So that puts a hindrance on all these auto fucking things on YouTube that that just go and flag videos left and right. Like now they're saying that if you're gonna flag something as a copyright infringement, you have to actually sit down and view it and determine if it's fair use or not. I was talking to my lawyer friend the other day, and I was like, well, you know, like I really want to fight this shit, and I really, you know, just want to keep putting shit up and just disputing the claims, but
fuck the system.
The problem with that is on YouTube, if you dispute something and the copyright holder holds on to it and says that, yeah, this isn't fair use, you're using our shit, your account gets a strike, and with one strike, it pretty much cripples your fucking channel for 6 months.
Yep.
So, but he was like, well, you know, I was like, well, I can't afford a lawyer to be going to court over fair use. And he was like, well, you know, something like that, especially now with this, a lot of lawyers would probably do it like pro bono and shit.
Yeah.
Like just on the fact that they would probably win, you know?
Right.
So that's an idea. You know, like it says fair use allows segments of copyrighted works to be used for purposes of criticism, comment, research, or in other limited circumstances without a license from the copyright holder. And as somebody that makes content, I would be thrilled, you know, if people wanted to review my shit, and even if they talk bad about it, it's still publicity. You know, it's free advertising.
All right, well, how long is that video? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
30 seconds.
Okay, so 30 seconds.
Yep.
So, at the most, it's like... Well, there's no music playing right there at the beginning. So, at the most, it's probably like... 25 to 20 seconds of the actual song being played.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now we have a frame with what we can work with. 20 seconds at a time is allowed by our court.
I mean, does it say that, though? I mean, it just says that the companies have to actually...
Right, they didn't actually define it, but what I'm saying is that this is a precedent of at least that long being set. So, that's kind of a guideline you could base it off of.
I guess.
I mean, you know, you it's just so stupid because, like, I don't understand how other YouTube channels get it. Like, I've read a whole lot, and like a lot of these bigger companies, like a Machinima or an IGN, they have like blanket allowance to, you know, use anything from certain companies.
Basically they have publicists and other such people that reach out to the studios and say, hey, we're going to do this, and they're like, okay, and they give them like carte blanche pretty much.
YouTube is supposed to be, you know, user made shit, like, and they are, you know, but at the same time they're like a different separate tier of it. And like, you know, when YouTube started off, it was just people making videos. There wasn't, you know, like, there weren't ads, you know, Google didn't own it. But, you know, everything that's successful gets...
Which, I mean, hey, I don't hate on them for that because video takes up a lot of fucking space.
Yeah.
And they got to have a lot of servers and a lot of hard drives and shit.
The ads are fine and everything, but it's like, why are you trying to, like, push out a community that's just going to keep growing?
Well, and the thing about it is, too, like, okay, going back to the getting permission from copyright holders, like Boogie2988, he talks about how he would send emails to certain like studios and shit and say, hey, I was going to make a video about this, are you guys cool with me using the footage and all this shit? And he was like, yeah, usually within a day or two they'll get back to you and say it's cool or whatever. But I would argue that was probably after he already had several thousand subscribers.
Because his first video...
nobody's going to give a channel with 50 subscribers permission to do shit. They probably won't even read the email.
They'd be like, who's this?
You know, and that's what makes it hard. It's like, how is a channel supposed to grow? If they can't, like, yeah, okay, we could go and we could make some sketch. I got a bunch of scripts written for some sketch comedy that I want to get to one of these days. We can make some original content and maybe get noticed. But if you want to try to do a podcast, if you want to try to critique pop culture and you have to have references, like, it makes it impossible to fucking do.
Because, I mean, his first video he's playing his character Francis, and it's literally just where's my goddamn Mountain Dew? He's pissed. Like, the only mention of a game is, I'm in a raid in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
You know, and like, it's funny, and he's evolved a whole lot since then. But I mean, you're right in what you said. Like, he probably didn't write those people back then. You know, but also back then it was a different beast. YouTube was a different beast because that video is pretty old.
Well, but that's what I'm saying though, because it's like, I'm saying that like now, you know, if you got say 50 subscribers like I've got,
right,
versus IGN who probably has over 1 million, you know, it's like, yeah, of course they can just have a direct line to the movie studios, like, hey, we want to do this, and like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody that's anywhere between like, let's say 50 to 1,000 subscribers, probably even up to 10,000 at this point, like, if you fall somewhere within that range, good fucking luck getting permission. And you're going to be fighting these copyright claims every time you put up a video, especially if you're trying to do a podcast. You know, like, it's just ridiculous. It stifles the growth of the channels, and YouTube's supposed to be there for the common man.
Right, exactly. That's the whole point. Like,
you know,
like I know that what I said could have been construed as anti-capitalism, talking about Google buying YouTube, but no, this YouTube is like the basis of capitalism as far as like what it was originally supposed to be. It's here's your shot, go make it. Yeah. And you know,
whereas I think back in the early days of YouTube, like, it wasn't necessary to get permission for this shit, because it was like, fuck it, do what you want. This is you too.
I know for a fact it wasn't necessary, because I used to watch entire episodes of Saul the Mole Man while at high school on YouTube. Like, you know, there wasn't copyright claims back then, but that's why they got instituted, because people were uploading that kind of. And I understand that completely. You know, like, they were generating money for themselves using someone else's product.
Well, yeah,
entirely.
When monetization came along, I think that's when it fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Because, look, I mean, monetization's awesome. I hope to one day be able to make enough money off of it.
Wait, how much did we make? What was it? 80 views was 1 cent?
It was less than a cent.
Oh, okay.
It was like half a cent or something.
Well, yeah, hey, guys.
It's not a very generous program.
The Star Wars video, that we've made, what, maybe like 1.5 cents off it?
I can look it up right now.
Because, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You can keep all that, buddy.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see if I let me get an exact number of the Bala status. Bala status update, y'all.
Oh.
Bala status.
We be steady,
shit. I've made over $1
on the Star Wars.
Over the whole channel.
Oh, hell yeah!
Over a fucking $1.
All right,
Star Wars has made 73 cents.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
I haven't checked this shit in forever.
All right, man. Dude, I'm gonna need a quarter off that video, bro. All right.
My video about Ahmed Mohammed has made 35 cents.
Oh. Which we're gonna talk about him, aren't we?
Yeah, here pretty soon we will. The Scarefest episode got 10 cents. That's about it. But yeah, I haven't looked at this shit in a couple weeks. That's awesome.
Wow, 73 cents.
Like this, I've had my videos monetized, and granted, I didn't start uploading a lot of videos till recently.
Yeah.
But ever since YouTube instigated it back in, I think 2008 or 2007, something like that. You know, they've been monetized, and this is the first time I've made over $1. Now, of course, I won't see that, but I don't think they really send you checks until you start making like $20 or something.
Well, hey, man, no, that's bullshit. If you've made $1, I think
you can request.
They gotta pay you out. Like,
yeah, you can request it if you
hit them up. Hit them up. Be like, hey guys.
But I think they don't start sending you checks like automatically until you make over $20.
Write them up and say, hey guys, I'm gonna need that internet money. Because I gotta hire a lawyer about all these damn copyright claims.
Exactly. I need my $1.34, bitches.
Come on, man. I need a down payment on this lawyer.
What you got on my $1?
I gotta retain his ass.
Yeah, his retainer is exactly $1.34.